Kamala Harris's husband is a gentleman by the name of Douglas Emhoff. Mr. Emhoff's firm is called DLA Piper. DLA Piper is a multinational law firm that boasts of nearly 130 years of experience dealing in China, as well as a team of 140 lawyers that are solely dedicated to one thing: helping the Chinese in China-related investments for Europe and the United States. Harris's husband has served as a partner in the firm's intellectual property and technology division, as well as being the point person on all matters relating to media, sports, and entertainment since at least 2017. One such individual that Emhoff is close with at DLA Piper is also Ernest Yang. Now, who is Ernest Yang? Well, Ernest Yang is a top advisor on the Chinese People's Political Advisory Board since 2013. That is a state-run board that basically looks at different opportunities and investment strategies that they can do with other countries, Western countries, but mainly the United States and Europe and Canada, okay, and Australia. So this position serves as party leaders' geopolitical go-to person. And again, that's what they do. They look at investment strategies. Another person is Gloria Liu, another partner at DLA Piper, and she has represented lead investors for ByteDance. You may remember ByteDance. ByteDance is the parent company of TikTok, which has now been banned by President Trump and his administration because ByteDance and the CEO are part of the Communist Party in China. Now, DLA Piper is so close to the Chinese Communist Party that one could argue that it is an extension, truly, of the Chinese Communist Party operating within the confines of the United States. DLA Piper serves as an advisor for two Chinese government airlines, China Eastern and China Southern Airlines. Additionally, DLA Piper advises the China Merchant Group, a state-owned CCP company, on a recent deal worth $2.5 billion to the CCP. CMG is also the financing group for China's very evil debt diplomacy trap companies and divisions known as the Belt and Road Initiative. I have covered that previously. It gets worse, folks, unfortunately. Other companies that DLA Piper are also involved with are the Huakong Investment Group and the China National Gold Group, a state-owned mining and refining company. Then there is Tencent, Tencent, which owns the WeChat app that has now also been banned, thankfully, by the Trump administration because of its links to the CCP. And now for the grand finale, okay? Here we go. DLA Piper is also tied to the Cohn Group, okay? Now, the Cohn Group was founded by former Secretary of Defense under Bill Clinton, William Cohn, a former Republican senator and a very hardcore anti-Trumper, pro-China bureaucrat who recently endorsed Dementia Joe. The Cohn Group is so in bed and so close to China that they don't just advise the Chinese Communist Party, they hire them, okay? As a matter of fact, the Cohn Group employs a handful of highly skilled negotiators and high-level leaders inside the Chinese Communist Party as part of a partnership with Harvard University, which recently, you may remember, Professor Charles Lieber was arrested and charged for giving out secrets to the Chinese, along with two of his assistants at Harvard, and they were part of the 1,000 Talents program. You may remember a story that I did about 5 or 6 months ago where I exposed Charles Lieber. I did a full story on that, and I talked about the 1,000 Talents program, which is similar to the Confucius Institutes. So not only is Dementia Beijing China Joe in bed with the CCP and, of course, his son Hunter No Experience Biden, but oh, by the way, his vice presidential choice, Heels Up Headboard Harris's husband, is completely in bed with the Chi-Coms. Wow. President Trump was absolutely correct when he said that China would eat his lunch, right? He said if, God forbid, Joe Biden was elected, China would own Joe Biden and therefore own America. We might as well start learning Mandarin because that would probably be the official language if, God forbid, they figured out a way to steal this election, okay? But also, what else does this tell you? The conflict of interest, my goodness. You have a vice presidential candidate and a presidential candidate, both totally in bed with, I would say, would be a sworn enemy of ours, a communist dictatorship in the country of China, who, by the way, released the Kung Flu on the world, where everyone was hit hard, especially here in the United States. And yet, you've got the vice presidential candidate and the presidential candidate on the Democrat Party's ticket, totally in bed with a communist country. Meanwhile, President Trump is doing everything to fight against that communist country and put America first. Unbelievable. But I guess now we know why Dementia Joe chose Headboard Heels Up Harris to be his VP.